Hello and welcome to the 1991 Mercedes Benz 190e 2.516 Evolution 2, a very long name for a very legendary vehicle. And in today's video we're going to talk about why it's so legendary and how good it is in Gran Turismo 7. So first things first, you can pick this vehicle up from the legendary dealership for 300,000 credits. That may seem a bit steep, but considering the fact that it's in the legendary dealership, 300,000 credits isn't too bad. So what do you get for dropping 300,000? Well, you get a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated inline 4-cylinder that produces 231 brake horsepower, that is 172 kilowatts, through a 5-speed transmission. And with the vehicle having a front engine rear wheel drive layout, it should mean okay, we might see a bit of slippage. Now the vehicle only weighs 2,954 pounds, which is 1,340 kgs. So if we slap on a good amount of weight reduction, we might see it actually go sub 1,000 kgs, and if so, it's gonna be an absolute blast. Now in its standard form, the vehicle can reach a top speed of 155 miles per hour, which is probably limited to, you know, the Europeans limited majority of their cars for 155. So overall it's some pretty decent stats. Now it's not going to be anything like wow, jaw dropping performance, throw you at the back of your seat performance, but that's the thing. This car isn't for everyone. This Mercedes Benz are for the people who understand the history behind it and why this vehicle is so iconic and why this vehicle is so good. So the Mercedes Benz 190e, before we dive into the history of it, I'm gonna give you the overall experience of it bone stock. So around Kyoto Driving Park, you're gonna see that at the end of the straightaway, you're going to be traveling at less than 200 kilometers per hour, less than 190 in fact. And after going through the first corner, you are going to notice that your back end will actually begin to step out. Yes, but it feels like you're honestly going in slow motion. It's not the most exhilarating experience because with the vehicle being bone stock, I was able to set a fastest lap time of 2 minutes. Yes, I said a 2-minute dead run. So the vehicle, look, it's not the fastest thing out there. There are a lot of faster vehicles for a lot cheaper, but this is where I'm gonna get into it. This car is iconic. When it came to racing back in the 90s, this car was dominating the DTM series. Mercedes-Benz really took the 190e 2.516 Evolution 2 and decided, you know what, we have a single goal, and that is to win races. With the AMG Mercedes-Benz team winning 2 manufacturer titles consecutively in both the 1991 and 1992 season. Now this car was a rocket ship, and now they took all of that performance and put it into a road going version, because in order to get your vehicle entered into DTM, you had to have a specific number of production vehicles of that specific car. So that gave birth to the 190e Evolution 2 that we are currently driving in Gran Turismo 7, and there were only 502 road legal versions of the homologation model ever produced. So yes, this is one car that any serious collector needs to add to their collection. So in its standard form, yes, it's not mind blowing, it's not gonna knock your socks off. The car is quite, look, if you're gonna be honest, you're not compare it to a modern day sports car. It's gonna be like comparing apples to potatoes. It's not the same thing, different purposes, and this for its age is really good. I mean, the response from the steering, the brakes, the acceleration, overall it is a fantastic vehicle. However, I do feel with some tuning we can really make it competitive for modern day vehicles. Now if we take it on over to the tuning shop, we are gonna see that after spending a lot of money, like a lot of money, well, we are going to be left with 595 brake horsepower and a weight of 1045 kgs. So we just over the 1000 kg mark and almost at 600 brake horsepower. That's with the help of a massive big turbocharger. So this should make the vehicle a lot faster than standard. But when it comes to the visual upgrades for the 190e, this is where it really comes into its own. It has a lot of parts that you wouldn't expect it to have, and that's what I love about the 190e. It's so special, but when it comes to the looks of this vehicle, there's really only one livery that you should choose. So I actually did something. When it comes to the rear wing on the 190e, you can either go two ways. You can either go for the way of looks and have not as much downforce, or you can slap on the Gran Turismo equivalent of a Forza wing and have 50 more downforce in the rear. So I went for the option of having a bit more downforce in the rear, and it honestly kills the look of the vehicle. That iconic rear wing is really what makes a 190e. But even if you don't put the custom rear wing on, well, you're gonna experience a lot of fun. The vehicle now is so responsive, it's so snappy, it's so quick to just do whatever you want it to do, and that's what I love about it. The Mercedes Benz 190e, even with it being fully upgraded, you're only going to be setting lap times around the 1 minute 36, 1 minute 35 second mark, which isn't insanely fast. It's not going to beat out your modern day sports cars, but considering the fact of this still makes it competitive, and for the vehicle being fully upgraded on racing softs, max downforce being at 724 performance points, with some slight tweaking you can get it to 700 performance points, and you're gonna have an absolute ripper on your hands. The Mercedes Benz 190e is not for everyone, and that's what you need to understand. It's for people who are gonna appreciate the history behind the vehicle, appreciate the absolute insane styling of the vehicle. And honestly, I love the Mercedes Benz 190e. I think it's a fantastic vehicle, but I know a lot of people aren't gonna feel the same way. The Mercedes Benz 190e is a vehicle that, look, if you are looking for the fastest thing out there, this isn't your answer. However, if you are looking for a fun classic vehicle, the Mercedes Benz 190e is the way to go. This Evo 2 is just fantastic, and you can set fast lap times and just have an absolute blast, because it will keep you on the edge of your seats, because when coming through corners the rear end will want to step out, but it has the amount of power to just keep you going forward. It has the brakes to let you slow down in time, that you aren't really scared or really concerned for your well-being when driving this vehicle. The Mercedes Benz 190e 2.516 Evolution 2 is a fantastic vehicle for people who know what to expect when purchasing this vehicle. If you want a vehicle that has 1000 horsepower, downforce to drive upside down, or just something so completely absurd, well, you're gonna want to check out the Bugatti Chiron swapped. Honestly, anything. They are all ridiculous, but the GTR is especially nutty. So, with all this being said, the Mercedes Benz 190e is truly something special. It is something unique, and it is something that is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. So, the Mercedes Benz 190, a fantastic vehicle, a fantastic driver's vehicle. So, with all this being said, I hope you guys did want to enjoy this video. Don't forget, leave a like and subscribe for more Gran Turismo content, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.